Dan Orlovsky on ESPN's NFL Live talked about the Browns' season so far and what he has seen.
The question is simple. The answer may not be. Who has been the most disappointing team in the NFL this season?
Yeah, I think it's the Cleveland Browns. I've felt that way for the better part of 2 months. This is a football team that was in the divisional round playoffs last year, pushed Kansas City to the brink, and was really a 3rd and 14 scramble by Chad Henne away from advancing. And for the great majority of that roster that was brought back, they added a ton of talent to. In their secondary, first-round pick Greg Newsome, John Johnson comes over, Troy Hill comes over. They signed Jadeveon Clowney. So you're talking about a defense that was not great last year, but they added not only talent, but good players, good locker room guys. And then the offense, for the most part, was brought back. And both of those units have failed that football team at different parts this year. They lost 3 games when they scored 30 points. They had multiple games when they scored in the single digits. So for a team that was really good last year, has got a very good coach and general manager in Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski, and was on the ascension, and their quarterback was heading into a huge year, they've been a very big disappointment. We had Super Bowl expectations for this football team, and with 2 weeks to go, they're fighting for the opportunity with help to get into the playoffs. They've been a massive disappointment.
And Mary Kay, I know you kind of warned an upgraded schedule. It wasn't going to be easy, but it's hard to argue. There was a lot that was expected when you looked at this roster, and for various reasons, it just hasn't come together this year.
Well, I think if you look at it, people from the outside looking in might see the whole thing as just a complete disappointment. What I see when I look at this Browns defense right now is a defense on the rise. And I think the future looks really, really bright. And if they can win these final 2 games and pull it off, I think it will have everything to do with the defense. As I mentioned before, 6 guys are coming back. The secondary is getting really good. Now, they don't have Tack McKinley for the rest of the season, but Jadeveon Clowney should be coming back. Myles Garrett has suffered a groin injury. It's really serious, and he probably really won't be himself in these final 2 games. But I think he can still take some extra attention away from a Jadeveon. I still think that they can get some good pressure. So I believe that it still is. Right now, I would consider it to be a championship caliber defense. There are some areas they have to clean up, like 3rd down and things like that. But the defense is good enough to get you through some playoff games, and who knows what could happen if they get there. The offense is what hasn't been, just what anybody expected this season. In particular, obviously, the passing game for so many different reasons. Baker Mayfield's injuries, Baker Mayfield's ineffectiveness, just the tackles being hurt, and the receiving core being underwhelming this season for one reason or another. And I would also throw the tight ends in there a little bit too, whether it's because of Baker's issues or not. The pass catchers just in general haven't been what anybody expected them to be. So I would say that right now, the defensive side of the ball is poised and ready to take this team where it wants to go. And now they need the offense to show up, however they can get that to happen.